everybody. Welcome back to a new edition of Sherlock and You. And this week, we're here with our resident constitutional chairperson, Ms. Queen Anne Edwards, and two of our residents on Sherlock. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Kristen. And I'm Marcia.
I'm sure you have some questions that you'd like to ask Ms. Edwards.
Yes, I do. Okay, Miss Queen Anne, how do you determine whether something is truly worthy of being amended in the Constitution?
Thank you for the question. So, thankfully, I work on a council, so I liaison with them and we speak as a council on the things that we think would reflect the culture of Sherlock and what needs to be changed and what needs to be reflected in the Constitution. So, for an example, we look at the disputes that occur in Sherlock and see that, okay, this needs to be amended in the Constitution or a provision should be provided in showing how to work out these disputes or to make things easier in this aspect. So for example, the TV room, we have provisions that explain the working of the TV room, when you can use the TV room, who can use it at what time, and that would further, avoid disputes. So we look at the culture of our hall and we look at things occurring presently and see what needs to be reflected in the Constitution. Yeah.
Do you have a question you'd like to ask?
Yes. So from the last AGM, I know that many parts of the Constitution were amended. What do you think was the best part to come out of it that benefits the Sherlockites?
Okay, thank you for the question. So we'd have just come out of COVID period, and so a lot of stuff in the Constitution before that time would have spoken to, for example, check the notice board to see these updates, or checking the TV room for these updates. However, since the COVID period, a lot of stuff has been going on on social media. So a lot of PR has been going on over Instagram or through WhatsApp. So for example, we'll have check the notice board, check notices on Instagram or on WhatsApp for this information. So it was important to reflect that in the Constitution, the new times that a lot of stuff are now online instead of physical. So that was reflected in the Constitution, and I believe that that really was important to reflect the new times that we're in and the new culture today that we have on Sherlock. Definitely.
I think that let's take a journey to the past, Ms. Edwards. Let's reflect on your time constructing the Constitutional Treasure Hunt. Why was it important for you to educate the residents about the Constitution in a fun manner?
Well, I personally believe that everything that I do should be fun. That's very important to me, and so being the constitutional chairperson, I wanted to incorporate that into my duty. I believe that all of us as residents, we are all students, so we already have a lot of work and we don't want to be burdened by extra work. So it was important to me that it didn't feel like homework, So I wanted a creative way to make sure that we learn while not feeling like we're being pressured to remember more information on top of the information that we need to remember for school. So yeah, that was my goal. My goal was for us to internalize the Constitution while maximizing on the fun. So I found that was the best way to unknowingly remember provisions of the Constitution that we can exercise in our everyday life. And I believe it works. I've seen it. So I'm very, very proud of that.
Thank you for that response, Ms. Edwards. My final question is for Marcia and Kristen. How do you think the Sherlock Constitution helps in enhancing a livable environment for the residents?
Okay, so I think that having a Sherlock Constitution is very important because, as we all know, everyone here has a pretty close-knit relationship with each other, and I think the Constitution allows us to keep that while providing boundaries in order for us to respect each other's space and also each other on a whole, because we all come from different backgrounds, and so we must learn to keep that separated.
For me, it's as the semesters go, as the year goes, new people will come in and leave. So I feel like changing stuff in the Constitution allows for that flow of, it allows each group to be unique in their own way and have their own needs met. Because since we're here, we can't afford the luxury, like when we were home, of certain things. So since we're here, the amendments to the Constitution kind of help in, the integration of everybody being here, So I think it's really helpful.
Yeah. Thank you for your responses. You have it here, folks. That was your insight into the behind the scenes running of Sherlock. Thank you for tuning in.